Whether if you're super busy, running late, or just want to look put together in a quick amount of time, here is my 5-minute makeup routine that is guaranteed to not only help you look polished and put together in under 5 minutes, but also give you that beautiful, youthful glow that you've been longing for. Let's get right into it. Step number one, always start off with prepping your skin. I love using this hydrating prep mist that has a bunch of skincare ingredients in it, like niacinamide, glycerin, and botanical extracts that helps to hydrate the skin, helps to even out the skin, soothe redness, and help your makeup last a little bit longer. I like to apply it on a damp sponge so that I have more control on where I am applying the prep, and I can really get in those driest spots without putting too much on the face. And while that's drying, I'm gonna quickly prime my eyes with a little bit of eyeshadow primer. And we're gonna do a super simple eyeshadow look that just helps to define the eyes and make them look more awake. Set my eyeshadow primer with a little bit of powder to make sure that the eyeshadow applies super easily and doesn't apply patchy. Today I'm using this 4-in-1 brush that has 2 face brushes, and on the inside has 2 smaller eyeshadow and detail brushes. I'm gonna grab a mid-tone brown shade that's just a little bit darker than my skin tone, and I'm gonna stamp that in my crease with my eye open to help define the eyes and give me some nice shape. I'm gonna also take a little tiny bit of that and run it across my lower lash line just to naturally define my eyes. Then I'm gonna use my fingers and grab a little bit of a shimmer shade and press that all over the eyelid. This is gonna help to brighten the eyes and make them look more awake. And since I don't want it too shimmery, I'm gonna dab it on and press it, making sure to keep the inner corner of my eye the brightest. Take that blending brush one more time and just make sure that the shimmers blend into the mattes. Put my brush back together and do my face. We're gonna do this super easy technique that I like to do where I add color first and then even out the complexion. Adding a little bit of bronzer to help add warmth and dimension, and also to help my contour blend in super easily. I'm gonna put that on the highest points of my face, mostly focusing on this circle here and a little bit on the center of my nose for a sun-kissed finish. Then I'm gonna pick up a little tiny bit of my contour shade and add that right above my cheekbone, pressing that in. And you can see how the contour just blends in super easily with the bronzer and just gives a little bit more depth and definition. Pinching the brush, I'm gonna go ahead and define my nose. And since this is 5-minute makeup, we can be a little bit messy with it, knowing that everything blends in at the end. I'm gonna go into a little bit of a pH adjusting blush that gives me a natural blush that's gonna suit my skin tone best. And just dab that right on top of the bronzer and the contour. And now that we're looking a bit crazy, we're gonna go into a skin tone shade, and I'm gonna use that to even out my under eyes and add coverage, even out my forehead, perfect my jawline. And then I'm gonna take a lighter concealer shade to brighten down the center of my face, middle of my forehead, and around my under eye circles. Then I'm gonna blend from lightest to darkest, starting with my under eyes by just dabbing using the pointy side of the brush. And this is gonna help to blend in those darker colors with the lighter colors and give you a natural yet polished makeup look in under 5 minutes. And you can already see how everything's starting to come together. Then just making sure to blend in any harsh lines with the fluffier side of the brush. To set my face using a press setting powder, starting with my under eyes. And this is a more hydrating setting powder, so it's going to make sure that you get rid of any of the excess oil or shine while still keeping a hydrated finish, because hydrated skin is youthful skin. And as we get older, we can use all the hydration that we can get. Then I'm gonna add a little bit of a cream illuminator just to add a little extra glow to the top of my cheekbone and to emphasize my nose contour and brighten my inner corner. Once my face makeup is looking the way I want to, then I'm gonna spray everything down with a little bit of setting spray just to lock everything in and to keep my makeup nice and hydrated. Then I'm gonna quickly fill in my brows with a little bit of a tinted brow gel just to give them some shape. I'm gonna define my lips with a little bit of a lip liner to make it look like I put more effort into my look and add a little tiny bit of color to my lips. Then finish off the whole entire look with a little bit of your favorite mascara. And there we have the finished look. We went from looking like this to this in 5 minutes with one palette and one brush. And if you want to find your perfect shades to help you get ready in under 5 minutes every single day, check out the details down below on how you can get a free custom match.